pictures of the singing.
Zach, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep. Thank you.
You know, there's no mic on the tables, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I don't use the mic anymore. Scott, do you want Zach to stay unmuted?
Yeah.
Okay. I have to normally mute it.
No, it's been like for his.
Divisions.
Yeah.
Division within districts and districts.
Yeah, I call this meeting of the North Highlands Recreation and Park District Board of Directors to order. It time is 6:32. Comments and reports from citizens and organizations. Do you have anyone that would like to report anything to the board? Okay, moving on to administrators report.
I do have one quick addition to my report. In the last item on community connections, I indicated that I had signed the escrow document for the parcel sale at Rich Point, and we received a check this week. The final total after nominal title company fee was $369,862.53. For all intents and purposes, that sale is closed.
Alright.
Happy to answer any questions about my report.
I'm really happy to read that you're working with not only Gateway but the Twin Rivers. And I hope that is a fruitful.
I think it will be. So yeah, it's a good connection to have over at Twin Rivers.
Anything else on administrators report?
Glad you're highlighting your connections.
Yes.
Amplifying where you are, what you're doing, because we know it's more than what we see, right? So
I heard your
so
message.
much.
So,
Yeah, so much, I appreciate that.
mhm.
Are there any opportunities where you see board members that would be beneficial for us to attend or be present?
I will, I think pretty much as I've always done, if I see something that comes along, I have to reach out to you and Paul and let you know that there's these opportunities.
Thank you.
I think facility development, maybe should at some point get involved in your meetings with GCC.
Yeah. So we may need, hello Zach, but we may need maybe Pat or Crystal to pinch it for Zach. He's not available to do a committee meeting. But yeah, I have several things I'd like to go over with that standing.
Have fun. And then on the media production, what are the potential possibilities there?
Well, I will tell you, I met for about an hour and 15 minutes with Forrest Johnson and with Kat Berg. The conversation was at a level that it took me a while to get the rhythm of the meeting. Poor Forrest just sat there and listened to the two of us talk. But that's why I'm looking forward to a one-on-one where he can kind of see what our setup is, what we're doing currently. Really, we focused on community outreach and on social media outreach, things like that. So he's expert in those things. And I mean, he's done his job at a high level for a long time. So one of my questions is, what can you do for us? What's it going to cost? Things like that. So
Awesome.
yes.
Good deal.
So it's for TAP Communications to provide support to NHRPD's media communications.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a major component of what he does with his business. He's a consultant, basically. He's ran campaigns, he's done an awful lot of stuff in his career. And I was overwhelmed with the amount of things that he has accomplished in his career. But my task next will be to kind of focus in on how it can help us. It must be working because we have two people attending our January meeting.
I'm not sure if we can give that credit, but
But that'll be one of the things that community outreach trying to tell our story better and get people more involved.
Okay, moving on. Maintenance, Kevin, you're up.
But we've all had a second to kind of see the full report that I printed out and left for you. That being said, I'm gonna answer any questions you may have.
So a question came up in a committee meeting on Tuesday.
Okay.
I mean, around the ADA compliance schedule. On your yellow, red, green, what was that spreadsheet?
Yeah.
Can you know which one of those are ADA compliance?
Sure.
You add that to, I kind of wanna track that. I know we've been working on it for like about 5 years now, and I know it has to be like continuous maintenance as well. But of course, you know, I wanna kind of alleviate any future risks.
Sure,
Man.
yeah, understood completely.
Okay.
What I'll do is I'll go back through that list as well and update it to
Please.
kind of see where we're at and if we can check anything off, if there's anything that needs to be raised in priority or lower. Okay, I got that for you as well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm in agreement with that, and because it came up that we regularly include in the budget some ADA, and that compliance is that we're making the effort, and that we're not, but now we've got this big one on the Dudley. And so that was my question, I mean, when we're redesigning the park, when we redo Plain Haven, when we, set the plans for Sierra Creek, we're incorporating ADA contingencies into those plans, which technically puts us in compliance. But for the existing,
Right.
Stop. exactly, are we budgeting ahead for that, or are we like with this Dudley project? Waiting until for some reason we wanna do it and then all of a sudden bring up this money? I'm totally with you on that, I caught that too. So yeah, not only identify, I mean, I think we pretty well know the projects that we're involved in and the ADA compliance involved in those projects. But if your question, I'm just getting clarification, existing parks, existing facilities
Right.
that are not being redone. And how are we addressing the ADA needs on those properties?
And we identified that when we started the plan like 5 or 6 years ago, so I just wanna revert back to that and not have it get lost.
Correct.
Yeah. Is there an estimated time that this leak was going on up at Cherry Creek? I mean, $5,000 a lot of money.
Yeah, it is, and we noticed, actually Terry pointed it out on our last bill and whatever tracking through.
That was my question,
Considerable amount,
is what triggered, like clearly we didn't find it on our own, was it the bill that triggered it?
that's right. And
Wow.
it's in the shrubbery, I know exactly which valve it is now, we've identified it. By pulling all the meters open and looking to see which ones had a
Water flow,
water flow. And so we found it, we've isolated that, it's completely turned off at the meter now, so there's no water running to that. But it's in the shrubbery, and you just can't see it, it's all
Yeah.
on drip and it's slow and constant.
can you incorporate those kinds of checks in your regular maintenance
Absolutely.
at the parks? Where you go through that process and you look at the meter when you know no water should be flowing?
Correct. Going forward.
Cause we went through this at Freedom also. But I think that was more obvious, we had a swimming pool,
That one was right in your face.
yeah, okay. Good job, Terry. On the night watch report. Can we investigate as to whether or not there are any county programs for like, don't they have spaces for like a safe night? Where the homeless can go and sleep overnight?
We don't want to rock.
No, I don't want
Yeah, I
that.
think reaching out to 211. I mean, I know we would wanna have more information, but it seems like patrol ought to have some of that information as well. Since they work so closely with the sheriff's department, and the sheriff's department has like its own
talk to you.
hot team.
Well, can we find out if there's any like,
Just clarify, are you interested in opening the parks to people to camp in overnight, just so they have a safe space for the night? Is that what you're asking?
I wouldn't mind finding out what the possibilities are. and what's involved. I mean, it seems like almost all of these are people looking, they're all at like 9 o'clock at night, 9:30 at night, looking for someplace safe to sleep.
Well, I think a lot of that has to go with. There's nothing going on at Brock right now. Even, you know.
Well, even at Freedom.
Yeah, I mean, but at Brock, I mean, this is where I was looking at that, there was like 5 incidents, but there's no soccer there, there's no baseball there.
Right.
Starting, I think in April, baseball's gonna start up, soccer's probably gonna start up there.
Right, there'll be more
Again.
people.
And then there'll be people there continuously till obviously December when.
The weather changes.
Right.
I think you're speaking about the vandalism that's further in the report. That brought,
Well, no, just the people that park out in the park, yeah, I mean, the vandalism, hey, you're gonna get that, that's the worst I've seen at Brock.
Yeah.
In the probably
coincides perfectly.
35 years that I've been using Brock Park, so, no, there's just a lot of.
Yeah, I mean-
I wouldn't wanna open up our park to any county-run organization when they don't know how to spend their money right anyways, so
Oh, yeah, yeah.
keep them out of Brock.
Well, I'd be interested in what the possibilities might be
Yeah.
and what's involved. And then I'd also like to know what is available. So that maybe Night Watch can direct some of these people. And say, hey, there's a safe night over at whatever facility it is.
Right.
Because most of this is just people looking for a safe place to sleep or crash out. None of this is vandalism.
Don't
But-
you have that one on Watt Avenue opening up soon?
Yeah, not yet.
Watt, why on
The business watch meeting.
They
Have
Okay, I
some
just-
stuff that are there, cause I think the hot team attends.
do.
I was just at that one on Roseville Road for obviously one of my calls on a Wednesday that there's lots of housing there. That, you know,
Well, if we can refer them to that, that's something that's possible. I'll reach out and find out.
But,
they just opened up like
Sure, the
100,
hot right.
150
Right.
more.
you know, and some of them don't wanna be housed, but they do want a safe place to sleep at night.
I'm sorry, Bill.
And then 211 as well.
A recreational report, Rachel, you're up.
Okay, so as you guys know, December was a really busy month for us. And I always like to take a moment to personally thank some of our sponsors and donors. So if you bear with me, we have a long list because we had a lot of events. New Brew for donating and serving hot cocoa at our North Highlands, at our holiday extravaganza event. Rayleigh's donated 300 sugar cookies, and then Sacramento Bounce House partially sponsored the ice skating rink. For breakfast with Santa, American River Rotary and Foothill Highlands Rotary came out and volunteered. Pam Wong in the Propel Project donated a ton of gifts for the Highlands Holiday Market. And then Starbucks donated the coffee. And then a huge thank you to Family Community Church. They donated all the food, cooked all the food, and served all the food. They did an amazing job. Rocky Mountain North Highlands, Grocery Outlet donates all our candy canes. Raising Canes donates food vouchers. And that was super helpful. And then last but not least, thank you to our parks team who worked really hard to make the holiday season really extra special for us. And that's all I have. If anyone has any questions. No, I didn't get a question.
Longtime resident and one of my adult choppers was asking me, because I guess Rockin' Around North Highlands came to her neighborhood, as the first she ever heard of it, knew of it.
Yeah.
Anything, I'm like, yeah,
Yeah,
it's been going on for a while, and
Yeah.
her mom thought it was totally cool.
yeah, okay, good. I think it's funny when we do that because we send a postcard to all the residents.
Right, it's like,
But we'll get that, we didn't even know about this, I'm like, okay, postcards aren't working. But, yeah.
yeah, I was really happy that you integrated COA middle school and elementary school.
They did awesome.
I just think that's so great, and I would love to see more of that.
Yep.
With more of the schools and organizations participating, that just warmed my heart, I was really glad to hear that. Also, that you were able to add $390 to the scholarship donation from
Yes.
the extra gifts, thought that was great.
Can I highlight on that, with COA, that's a gateway school,
Mhm.
and Rachel started a relationship with them was it at the end of last year or the end of 2024? Yeah, 2024 maybe, so
Yeah.
that's another highlight on
Yeah.
how we are working with Gateway in the community.
And I'm on their advisory council.
Oh,
I haven't
congratulations.
been yet, but it's happening.
We'll learn more, thanks.
Anything else on recreation?
Yes, I was at the Memorial Park rocking around North Highlands. It was great to see Kevin driving. And it was like crazy because Rachel was on the top. I was like, it looked like she's also driving, so it was really good to see. And it was good to see Santa and Miss Claus always in action. Oh, I'm curious, what do y'all do with the sleigh and the gingerbread and all the things you build? Where do you store it?
That cable.
Oh.
The storage unit front of the
Yeah,
gym.
and we've restructured that metal building. If you saw the pictures of it up, so that's stored in there too. I will say a lot of the gingerbread was saved, but we did have a minor catastrophe. So it will be restructured for next year. So.
That was amazing. I also love the collaboration. I love that Sunshine Family Bookmobile was part of the parade, like the procession. Thank you so very much for including them. I don't know how it happened, but that is a great ad. I also want to highlight, they received funding from First Five Sacramento's Equity in Action. So they applied to do work in our community and receive funding, so it's amazing as well. I also want to highlight, I would ask, and I know they're so busy, but it was so good seeing staff. Mr. Kelly was up and down. We received a gift card, so we're gonna use that. We're excited about that. So thank y'all so much. I would ask, I don't know if it's too much to ask because he's already doing a lot, but if someone can at least tell the people where y'all are. But honestly, maybe not, because it was part of the wait. Like the wait is part of the fun. So
Like
okay,
a
maybe not.
tracker?
Yeah, like it's like
Or
where they
walking
are.
around.
You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
okay, where are they? And we're like, wait, but it was cool
Yeah.
because I was like, no, they could not have passed here yet. You know, it's just almost
Yeah.
like where are we when they're coming? And then as soon as we see the flashing lights, I'm like, all right, we're in the right place.
Yeah.
I also want to highlight at the extravaganza, I love how y'all repositioned the skating rink. It kind of moved it out of the way, had its own area, gave so much more space for the other stuff. So great planning and logistics with that. And I think it was one more comment.
And it was cold that day.
Yeah, it was.
It's freezing.
You couldn't even tell though, because it was so much fun.
I was there when they were setting it up. I could buy it. It was freezing.
Well, with all the people, I think it kind of warmed us up a little bit. And then excited about volleyball. We already have people asking how can they join. So there's gonna be 2 more teams next season. I'm already working on it. Because our team, we had 12 people. Way too many people for one team.
Well, you too.
It was too late. It was too late. By the time our because we always welcome what do they call them? Free agents. And by the time the free agents came and then some members of our teams brought two or three people, it was like too many. So we structured it in a way where we kind of split the team and everybody plays a little different. So I'm excited about that. John is doing a remarkable job as ref. I don't know what y'all need to do, but those lines, that yellow line is throwing us off. I don't know what y'all gotta do about but the volley, we're having a hard time with volleyball with the lines. Just saying, I don't know what you can do, but help us out. And then my last comment is about senior
You
programs.
gotta clarify the yellow line thing.
Cause they have
Pickleball.
pickleball.
Yeah, but that means we'd have to line it every Friday.
Ooh.
So that's the
No.
only thing.
No,
Did not get better when cause the pickleball, we added the 2 courts and then the lines
It is
shifted,
better.
did that make it
It's just
better?
that one side, how the line is like right over the blue. But honestly, we'll be okay.
Which
We're
side?
just being when you come into the gym, the left side. It's like 2 double
And
lines.
it's right next to the blue line?
Yeah,
It's just on one side?
Just one
Okay,
side.
I'll look at it up.
but honestly, that's kind of fun. I'm just repeating what the team members said, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Just the delivery. And the last one, senior programs, my aunt attends senior dance or fitness with Miss Stacy. She raves about it. The pictures, this room is getting full. I feel like y'all about to, I was just about to say, it looks like y'all about to be over there in no
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Amazing. So there's so much growth. And she also praised Chris. They went on the Apple Hill trip. She said Chris was the driver. He was so attentive, making sure everybody was all right, getting off the bus safely, and really excited about all of the things. She also shared, she looked at Carmichael, Sunrise, all of these other park districts nearby, no senior programs. So shout out to North Highlands for offering that. The word is spreading. I mean, I know that we have this thing where we can't advertise in other people's area, but I love the fact that people, when they know about it, they tell a
Word
friend.
of mouth is-
Yeah, and they're bringing it. So, just really excited about that. Thank you so much for all you do, and I look forward to the year ahead.
Okay, reports from standing committees. Budget and finance met on January 6th. I sat in for Director Williams. And I have to say that the difference between last year and this year is like night and day. All the recommendations we made from last year were implemented this year. Terry and Scott and the auditor all met when the report came in. Terry provided information, answered questions. There was like, it was smooth. Yeah, there was nothing. The end result, however, is they're going to purchase QuickBooks to address the one primary issue, which is we incurred the charge in one period, but then because of accounting, we don't get it until next period, so it's not recorded at the same time. And apparently, the auditors recommended QuickBooks because it has a built-in system where that's avoided. So, and Terry won't have to backtrack. It'll just automatically be there, and when she enters the money from the county, it automatically takes care of. So, yeah, the committee's recommendation was that the audit be approved. Anything from personnel and policy or?
No other committee, yeah.
Okay, then I guess we're gonna move on to consent calendar.
Make a motion to approve consent calendar.
Second.
Any further discussion? I just wanted to say kudos to the rec division. Some of your revenues are way beyond the 50% mark, which is absolutely phenomenal. And then I think it was maintenance. I assume the 65% is because of the problem at Cherry Blossom.
Some of it, yes, but a lot of it is where we anticipate being this time of year. I mean, we haven't irrigated a park with the exception of that leak since October. We won't turn it back on until May, so we're.
Okay, and then expenditures are at 68 and other professional services were at 82. I was curious about that.
The other professional services also includes the night watch issue that we have that you'll see further.
Yeah, okay.
Reports. So that's why we're in trouble there. And other expended tools, I'm not concerned about that being above 50%. It's just the tools we have prepared to be, or that we purchased earlier in the year to get through the spring and summer to take care of the problems.
Okay. Anything else from anybody?
One thing, Terry, on the minutes, where we had to vote on whether or not I could participate remotely. Do you feel that it would be best to put my name under abstain instead of absent? Cause like Zach wasn't here yet, so he was at, but, you know.
I never really thought about that. I didn't know what to put in that one.
Okay.
I just put absent.
I think abstain would
Okay.
be best. All right, thank you.
Admin, why have food supplies at 69 already? I mean, that's just in the office, right?
Yeah, we just recently had our holiday party for our staff.
Oh,
There will be no other parties for the rest of the year.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why can't have a party?
We're at 69%.
And, but our year is about to end in June, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, we do, we try to do the big one at Christmas time, and, I do the gifting, the white elk and gift thing with them, so, yeah, that's our big investment.
And I want another party in June. I mean, come on, summertime.
Got it.
Bye.
I just think the board should be divided.
I was
That's what I was
gonna
gonna,
Where's our budget
I'm
for a
saying,
party?
did you throw us a party at White Elephant?
I just wanna be invited.
That'd be funny.
We are not cool kids.
Right.
Now.
Alright, taking it to a vote, all in favor of approval of the consent calendar? Aye. Unanimous. Okay, unfinished business, Westwood update. Are there any questions on what Scott's prepared for us?
This one's under review. Is there a expected timeline or we're waiting on them? It's like, it's in their care or they're addressing it. We're just waiting for.
It is in the hands of the county now. I communicated with Karen today. I asked, is there anything that she would like me to highlight? She was pleased that we got the review comments from the county on December 15th. Her team is close to completion of the different, the revisions that she has to make to resubmit. That's right. She's almost done with it. Might be done by as early as tomorrow, and then she'll resubmit to the county next week. And the other one was she's making progress with the California Department of Fish and Game. Again, the submittal is near completion and should be submitted within the next week or two. So that's a fairly new component we've been dealing with, but she's jumped on it and really making progress with fish and wildlife.
I like the protected schedule updates.
Yes.
My only request would be that under the submitted to the Sac County, we get dates submitted.
Okay.
So like the EPA thing, the site improvement, Department of Trans,
Sure.
so that we have some gauge of what their turnaround time they're dealing with.
I have some questions about the projected schedule. Long story short, it doesn't seem realistic at this point. So the question I have, with the delays that we're having and the things that are still under review, is that going to affect the bidding process?
It should not affect the bidding process at all. In fact, Karen and I have spoken to that topic many times. We actually see some benefit in getting a contractor now. It's a quiet time of year for landscape contractors and park design and construction. Plus, the contractor can take on the task of seeing some of these through to completion of the county as well. So we kind of add to our team, so we might have a better chance to get through these a little more quicker. We just feel strongly that it'd be best to lock someone down now, even without the final permits, so that when we do get those final permits, that individual, that firm is ready to go to break ground and start the project.
And so in that vein, that makes me more weary of, breaking ground next month, So,
I think it's a bold prediction, but we'll keep a good thought. I really do think we're getting close to the finish line with the county. I mean, we've done so many resubmittals, and it's just got to be getting close to.
That's a good question. Are there any aspects of the development that are good to go?
Well, the one she
Like the
indicated.
playground or the picnic area or the shade structure or the garden area?
Planning approved the design, and then you see there's and that was a key one to start the process. Regional sanitation, while certainly important, has already been approved. The landscape plan has been approved. That's important as well. The other ones, they're big. Department of Transportation, Water Resources has been weighing in on a regular basis because they oversee the floodplain and required us to change the design of the park to go with a much bigger floodplain. So we are cautiously optimistic that they're going to be able to sign off on the project as well within the next 6 to 8 weeks.
Do you want a report from Westwood on what projects can be started in February?
yeah, I think that would be helpful, like what is doable, and we say February, March, and then, April, May.
Even if it's like grading or installing irrigation or.
Yeah, I can answer that question.
Okay.
It was on this.
We're gonna take a 5-minute recess. Time is 7:01.
Our booty.
At 7:06 PM. We are on unfinished business, item B. Policy revisions 5110.1, 6,000, 6010, and 6030. Are there any questions regarding any of these proposed policy revisions?
I move that we accept the policy revisions presented by a staff to the board. Do I have to say them all out? No, or do I have to do them separately?
I think we got it, we can, Terry, we can approve them in bulk, right?
Yeah, you did it last week that way.
Okay,
But I do think we have to name the policy number.
yeah,
Well, trying to just mention them, so.
Okay, alright.
any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So 1, 2, 3, all 4 are approved unanimously. New business. You guys were absolutely no help at all, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I asked you all. Do you have any preferences? Nobody said diddly.
Because I trust your judgment, you put me to that position that I would feel honored.
Okay.
He's a pros, I got to.
Personnel and policy. Crystal and Pat. Budget and finance. Pat and Bo. And Bo, why don't you go ahead and share that one? Crystal chair personnel. Facility development. Pat chair.
Is it too late for me to put in? I would like.
Oh, now you have something.
Yeah, I would like to, because I wanna continue working on, the gateway.
So you want facility development?
Yeah,
Do you want to chair that one?
you need some more?
Well, no. Do you want to chair? Which one would you like to chair? Budget. None. Budget or facility?
Flip.
Budget and so.
Alright.
Alright, but yeah.
Okay, so on facility, Pat chairs. Bo is a member.
No, I'm saying, but, he wants budget and chair of budget and finance.
Oh, Pat does?
Yeah,
Okay,
and I'll take facility.
And then you'll chair facility.
got it. Programs, fees and charges. Do Zach chair, Crystal member. You got it, Terry?
Yeah, you wanna have Zach on one?
Huh?
You have Zach on one?
Oh, right on my feet.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, Pat,
Yeah,
recommission.
oh, I do. Looks so much like
switch,
that.
yeah, it's just
Yeah,
how they get the
good.
switch. It's, cause they just Bo just asked. for-
Okay, Zach,
Vote through the right.
Zach on personnel, please, as a member.
I wasn't gonna say that.
And then let him chair programs, fees and charges.
Got it.
Thank you, Chair.
Welcome. Guys, don't forget, you have a schedule of meetings, whether it's quarterly, monthly, biannually.
So Terry will send a revised 2026 schedule to us. Thank you, Terry.
Who's
They're
secretary,
the same.
who's secretary of the board right now?
Pat.
I am? Oh, maybe.
So how about Terry give it to you and you give it to the rest of us?
Yeah, you give it to me.
Well, yeah, it's in the manual.
It's part of policy now, so.
Can I just be a pretty face up here and just leave me alone in the corner? That's right. Remember,
Okay,
I'm not taking.
I will get them to you, but it will be your job to make sure that it happens. Got it.
We'll have to go meet for lunch once my life calms down.
Hey, yeah, let's do that.
Oh,
Huh?
sweet.
I heard Mo's supposed to open in February.
I don't know, last time I had lunch with you, holy shit. That was me and Larry. That was an eventful one,
That wasn't lunch. You and I met at Starbucks and that was absolutely fine.
yeah.
It was your idea to facilitate a second meeting, okay? I
I'm
warned you.
just trying, to let you know.
I warned you. Okay, moving on. Unfinished or new business item B, productive parks presentation. Did everybody read this?
I already asked my question, via email.
Did you speak to anybody using this software?
I haven't spoken to anybody directly using this software, but it's highly recommended by. Everything else.
Well, you'd appreciate being able to tell you who's using it.
I could. Reach out to Kurt for that.
I'm just skeptical because, you know, ActiveNet and RecWare was just the bomb and everybody was supposed to use it. And I'm sorry, it was a disaster in application. My only other thing is, you said 8 tablets, so I assume you determined you need 8 tablets, but then you have 2 PC.
Correct.
And that's why you are at the 5494.
Correct.
Because that's 10.
I think it's a good investment. I understand the purpose of it. How it can help facilitate, maintain things.
Well, keep a real-time record.
Right,
I get that.
you know, I mean, what do we, I'll be honest with you, we haven't had someone that's taken an initiative to do this.
Right.
What do we got to lose? We can just say, hey, cancel it next year. This is it if it doesn't work. You know, but I suggest we vote, give it a shot, see what happens. You know,
My one question that wasn't answered is, have you checked out the demo?
We haven't done the demo. I didn't want to take the time to take the team away from anything.
No, just even you.
Oh, no.
You as a user, I mean, they do the whole
Mhm.
schedule thing and do the demo.
I
and kinda
have
see how it
talked to
feels.
representatives from Productive Parks several times on it. And when we ran through it, what I asked him was, because this is for park maintenance solely. It has nothing to do with the recreation side. It's just for managing the parks and the facilities. And I asked the questions like, okay, how can we generate work orders? And in real time, see them pop up in the field so that I can assign that work order to one of my staff out there. For example, a leak happens on Ving Drive. And it gets reported to us. I can go straight into the PC, create that work order, and send somebody out to take care of it.
and it's accountability, isn't it? I mean.
It is, yeah.
This way,
It shows generation.
because they can't show it completed, who what's the final say that job is completed?
So they complete it in the field. When it comes back, and then we can go back and follow up to make sure it is done.
Okay,
Because
just,
if they check off saying, hey, this is completed, and clearly it's not, then we have an issue there. Right, it's follow.
so what my question is probably said it wrong, so. Not that I don't trust anybody, I can say, hey, it could be at 3:00 in the afternoon and they're ready, you know, yeah, let me fix it real quickly, and yeah, it's complete, and then it breaks a week later, you know, I mean, like a follow-up. You know,
Along that line, are you finished?
Yeah.
Along that line, have you given thought to how this could be integrated in performance review? Is it going to help you more, with folks in the year performance review or like kind of what benefits? And I'm saying, think about it and you can get back to us on it. But if you have any initial thoughts, you can let me know. If not, please.
I would tell you, I think. It depends on how you're gonna look at performance reviews themselves. Because there we do have folks that are gonna be on park checks mainly, and that all that documentation from park check also goes on in through productive parks as well.
Okay.
Which helps us from not having to retain, 200 and something pages of paper weekly.
Alright.
Into a box, which we then have to keep for 3 years. But with that being said, could I write a performance evaluation for this individual the same as this individual who was out fixing things in the park? I don't know that would be a fair comparison. However, if we had consistent follow up through this software and we're finding that a certain individual is just failing, then maybe that's something we redirect training to, or so it could trickle down to performance evaluation. I just don't know that I would use it as my sole basis.
Okay, so maybe more like development opportunities.
Very much so.
Okay, alright, thank you.
So my concern is. Your two sources are Capri, and we don't know the relationship between Capri and Productive Park Software. We do know Capri promotes certain organizations, businesses, whatever, and you haven't spoken to anybody who's actually using the software. That's my concern. Obviously, a Productive Park Software rep is going to sell his product.
I didn't ask them for their opinion on whether or not it's the best thing to use. I asked them what it could provide. So.
Because I would be, right now, I'm feeling like I would be willing to approve this contingent on you having discussions with people that have implemented the hardware.
Sure.
The software.
I can try those. I will tell you, I reached out to Rio de Alberta. They use a shared document through Excel. That's.
No, I'm talking about Productive Park Software.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're confident that you have 8 maintenance guys that are willing to go through the training on how to use the software, implement the software?
Willing? Yeah, they're all willing to do it because it's gonna be part of their job.
Okay, and how long what's the training?
It's a complete rollout for the whole thing, where it's 2 weeks of training, 2 weeks of implementation, and it's.
And they have support during that time?
We get support for the life of that we have with this product, and that's free to us. No extra cost.
Okay. Is everyone okay with my contingency idea?
no, that's fine.
Let's go ahead and approve the expense.
To me, it
Contingent
just
on-
looks, it looks good on paper here, and I understand what you're saying, well, just because it looks good here, will it work for us? And I think it will. And but yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree with you, let's.
Yeah, I mean, have they found it to be user friendly? Has it, how is their staff adapted to using it? How have they handled, having the iPads with them? Have there been any unforeseen, problems or kinks or expenses that they didn't anticipate?
No, I think that's a good idea, John, I mean,
the proof is in the
prove
pudding.
it now, but I understand what you're saying. I can go with that.
So just so I understand, Kevin needs to report back. We want him to do the demo, so he gets a chance to see it himself. Also, speak to some other other organizations that are using this product.
I think he just needs to, if he could talk to someone,
Yeah,
but.
We wanna add-
we're approving the expense. Contingent upon him investigating other districts using it and what their feedback is. And then as far as I'm concerned, it's between you and Scott.
And then what was the annual, after the setups? No, that's why I couldn't understand this part.
This is the annual. And this is the
5,500
startup.
or 5,500.
Different, let's see here.
Remember, 8 tablets would be here. But we have two PCs, that's why it's down in this category. So yeah, that's the annual and then that's the setup.
Okay. And I know we're further along, we are I guess this expense, when approved, will be incorporated in the next year's budget, so it's not, we're not asking for
Correct.
funds to.
Everybody good?
After we vote, have a comment.
Okay, I would like you to, if it's possible, to do the demo. Sure. Like, that's another thing I'd like you to report back on. Right, so
What's involved in that, Kevin?
Having them come out and go through it on the tablet, I'm sure.
Oh.
Yeah, and there was a virtual component, when I clicked on, they just asked too many questions about what district and how many staff, and it was too much. But there is a virtual component, where they walk you through it, so I would at least, so you can see it, but the question I had is, like you said, the park check thing, who creates that template for them to use when they're out in the field? Who creates the,
So we have one in-house that we've been using for, I'm assuming several.
no, that one, who
Sure.
takes those questions and puts it on Productive Parks?
Productive Parks has one that is compliant with what
What you
Capri expects for us when they audit us every 18 months.
And are we able to add things like, the leak, right? That was one of my questions. How do we incorporate those things that aren't easily seen into our check?
Monthly
checks?
maintenance.
Right, is that something we can add as a additional?
Yes.
Who bags, so.
Okay, can I have
I got one more question here first.
Okay.
So this. Is this a yearly contract is what it is, what we sign, or one that just keeps going if we say,
If we say.
nah, this ain't for us, we gotta give them a 90-day, hey, in your deck, or?
No, it's as soon as, if we don't want anything, we'll just terminate the contract.
I think it's something we should try. Like $1,300, $13,000, I think we should try it.
I just need a motion that includes a contingency.
I make a motion to approve.
Whatever
the-
Joanne said.
To approve the acquisition, yes, of what is it called here?
Productive Parks.
Productive Parks with the contingency of a report back next month from Kevin. Disclosing his experience with the demo and conversations with other organizations that are using the same product.
Second,
But you can proceed prior to the report. We're not holding you up.
Got it.
Okay, do I have a second?
Yeah.
Second.
You seconded, both of you?
me,
Okay, Pat seconded, all in favor? Aye.
And
New business.
and my comment was, like we do with almost all of our other vendors, we compare apples to apples, or what else is out there in the market. That was just my other suggestion. And yes, it was recommended, but just to see what else is out there and what's different, what features this one covers, which one doesn't, just so you can get an idea of what's out there.
Yeah, because
And that
not all companies are gonna be in like Flintwood Capri.
we don't have to worry about other companies, other districts, we gotta worry about ours, and a brief recommending it.
Is Capri giving us a discount? Get a discount if you go with their, I mean, they're insurance, so they definitely
They're
want.
expensive.
Right, okay.
But Kevin, thank you for being
Thank you.
innovative.
Yes.
Being, thinking ahead of the game and really to streamline processes. Just even like you were thinking about conserving the paper and all of that, our historical data, all of those things is a benefit, so thank you.
You're welcome.
To use a cultural comparison, we've been doing the Flintstone stuff and now we're gonna do the Jetson stuff, so. Yeah, this is gonna take
You
us.
so dated yourself. Thank you.
What are you talking
Thank
about?
Exactly.
Who's outside, just thinking about the pictures. It made-
I mean, kids are
Exactly what
going.
he's talking about.
I'm definitely thinking, bam. So-
No, it's seriously, it's gonna take us forward leaps and bounds, and I say this from the perspective of I did his job for 8 years, and I wish I had done something like this way back then.
So to your knowledge, right now, you don't know of any other district in Sacramento County utilizing this software?
I don't, I'll be honest, with you, I don't talk to most, my relationship with some of the other parks is becoming better and better.
I feel you.
But however, when I was at maintenance management school, I talked to probably 50 or 60 different.
My only thought is, if we move forward with this and you get it fully implemented, then I think you ought to suggest to productive parks that they use us
As an example,
as an example and give us a break.
I can certainly push that. That worked in the business world for long enough.
Yeah.
To do that.
Absolutely. Okay, moving on, item C, resolution 651, mid-year budget contingency transfer. This is board discussion action to approve staff recommendation to approve resolution 651, the transfer of $97,669 from contingency to cover the cost of additional services, supplies, and equipment. Any questions on 651?
Yes, but I don't know if I can ask this question in open session.
You're gonna ask about the admin.
Yes.
This is, if I'm correct, the adjustment based on the changes we made with healthcare coverage.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, all right,
yeah, and you approved that.
Yes, I-
Request in open session. so
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
it's completely appropriate.
all right. Well, that answers my question.
Okay. What's with this CPRS membership?
Well,
We budget for that every year, it's in there.
We are a member district with CPRS, which comes with some pretty valuable perks, including a free registration to the annual conference. We reached out to them to get the free annual conference reg this year, and we were told that our membership had expired as of September 15th. Well, we never got invoiced. So we need to add $500 to the budget so that we can get them to invoice us and we can pay the invoice and become a member agency again. So
But we get I assume we've been invoiced every year, right? So it should have been already been,
They sent us payment, the invoice, and they never did.
but we should have budgeted for it because it happens every year.
They go up. All fees go up.
Okay, but is this-
For the last.
Is this an increase above what we budgeted for?
Yes.
So what's the total cost?
That I don't know, he talked to CPR, but we haven't even got the invoice yet.
So how do you?
But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's an annual expense, so we budget for it annually.
I budgeted $500 some, but if other entities have gone up, then that takes that down.
Right.
So I did budget correctly, but unfortunately, CARPD went up,
CSDA went up as well.
CSDA went up.
So we had a line item to pay for all memberships, but the adjustments that we had to make for those invoices that we actually received took up a bulk of the funding.
Oh,
That we
okay,
bulk of the resources we could pay for those things.
alright. Any questions on the QuickBooks? And also, Scott and Terry are gonna go through the training on the QuickBooks.
You guys said that, maybe.
Yeah, you did, I'm gonna hold you to it.
This meeting,
No. The,
oh, that was just for the first.
yeah, 651.
I was just waiting to ask it for them.
You want to do that?
Any questions on the rec division? Postage, telephone, telegraph, additional phone?
We purchased an additional phone later in the summer. And the phone price, the monthly payment of the phone services. It's also where our MiFi is through our phone company and we
Is that
have.
Wi-Fi?
Yes,
Wi-Fi as well?
yes, it's portable Wi-Fi, which we had to use at Cape Art until we got Starlink. Starlink didn't come until later in the summer, so that's why I need a little bit more money now.
Okay. Fill me in on this mascot thing.
So, the recreation team has been working on rebranding our mascot. Back in like 1980, there was a mascot named Sparky that we keep trying to like bring back. And we did community survey. And community chose a new mascot, and ironically, they chose a dog again. And then the community chose the name, which was Parker. And we've been kind of soft launching the mascot and our recreation guide and our see something, say something. On our social media and things like that, and then we wanted to buy a mascot costume, which we did budget for, but we were grossly under. Because our mascot is multiple colors, so it needs to be custom made. So that is why that is so hard.
Do you have a picture, a drawing?
Yeah, Kayla has already worked, I should have brought it, she's worked with a company who's given us a quote, she can get more quotes if you guys would like. But I will say, a mascot costume is an investment. When I was an intern at another part-time agency, I had to wear the mascot costume, it was from like 1990. And that was in like 2020. So, it's an investment. It is high, but it's an investment.
And Sparky will make appearances at all of the events,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, and we're gonna have a dance off with the other.
A Parker, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Watt Avenue, we're gonna have dance off, you know, people flipping the signs and stuff, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be good for us. It'll be good,
Parker.
yeah.
Look at our young adults smiling.
See,
Still.
The teens like it.
Right.
Future sons.
A question though, when we purchase a costume, are there, I guess, costs for cleaning and like maintenance of the costume?
Yeah, it probably should be dry cleaned.
Like even the part where the face is.
Yeah. Dry cleaning services,
Yeah, okay.
which I think could come under other professional services, and it'd be not something I would need to ask for additional money for this year. And we just thought it'd be cool to get it before the summer.
Oh, yeah, look, four
For
person.
those events and stuff.
So I have every intention of supporting this.
Yeah.
Moving forwards. Used to be the budget and finance, when they did the prelim budget, would identify new acquisitions. Like when I first came on, it was, I'm only gonna say it once, the barbecue.
Bro.
I don't recall this being identified. And if it gets skipped during that process, then like you did with the logo, where you said, this is our current logo, this is the one that we're getting feedback on, we'd like to change it from this to that. Then I was involved and I was like, yeah, no problem. I knew zippity doo dah about this mascot until I read the $6,000 price tag.
Yeah.
And that's why I called Scott. Actually, I called Crystal first and said, am I just out of the loop? And she said, well, no, I know they've been soliciting ideas from the community.
Yeah, I had it in my recreation goals for 25, 26, but I don't know if I specifically talked about it when we met with budget, because I thought it was gonna be significantly lower at that time. So that's my error, I don't even think I brought it up during the budget.
Well, like I said, I'm willing to support this, but moving forwards, when you got a $6,000 price tag on something I'm clueless about, I'd really like to be in the loop
Absolutely.
and know what the process was. So, any other questions? If not,
Postcards.
yeah, why more on the postage for the postcard?
Postage rates have gone up, which happens every year, so this is the amount we'll need to cover us for the rest of the fiscal year.
Even, so seasonal is in summer and winter, like the whole.
Yeah, so we paid, so it went up for our winter postcards, so we know for spring, and then we do summer because we send the summer postcards out before the school year, so. Basically only fall was at the rate that we had budgeted.
I love the postcards. It always brings me joy when I see it in mine, I pull it out. And it's, then it's Pam Walton's husband.
Yeah.
Is he also the one that designs it?
Yeah, we give them our idea.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, moving forward then, if we know, that these rates go up, just keep that in mind
Yeah,
when
to
you're
project.
submitting your
Yeah.
request to budget.
Yes.
Okay.
Need sanity to do code, so.
Oh,
I
you talk
can
to
afford
him?
that, Amazon.com.
He sent me an email.
Oh, okay.
Make a motion, guys.
Well, hold on, no,
Okay,
we're over at maintenance division.
right. There was more.
how can we hold night watch? I mean, every time there's a building error on them. I mean,
I have proposed wording to Dean Broussard, who's the CEO of Night Watch, that if we receive any invoices after the end of the fiscal year, they will not go paid by us. They have to have the invoices in on a timely manner so that we can pay for them in the year in which they were accounted for. So that'll be a clause that goes into the new contract.
and it just seems like there's always somewhere, oh, they didn't forgot to bill us or they.
I agree, Pat. It's frustrating. There are so many good things that Night Watch does,
Yes.
but and Dean will freely admit he has some areas of improvement that have to take place on his admin side of his business.
Well, the reports got better,
They
so
did.
that's a positive sign.
Yeah.
I had a very interesting interaction yesterday with a fellow administrator who's also contracting with Night Watch, and he was a little put out that because we asked the Night Watch to up the cutoff period for a report so that we can get ours to put in our board packet to you, we asked them to cut it off 5 days before the end of the month. Well, this particular special district, their board meetings are a week after ours, so he didn't give a flip about our reporting timeline. But Night Watch said, okay, we'll do it for everybody. So he was just a little put out. And I didn't really care. So.
Yep, Crystal?
Oh, no, you still going?
No, I'm not, no, I was gonna. Make a motion.
Oh, just a question. I know I'm not sure if it was policy or not, but what was the percentage that we shared that we wanted to be in the contingency fund? Was there a percentage that we wanted to have?
It was 5% or 250,000,
Okay.
whatever was less.
And then how do we replenish when we deplete? Like how?
We won't replenish it this year.
Okay.
We still have, I think the math I did was even after this ask, we'll have 150,000 to
Right.
get us through the last 6 months of the year.
Okay.
Yeah, it's. I think there's justification for bumping the contingency was to accommodate requests like these at mid-year. And it is not uncommon. We haven't had to do it in the last couple of years, but I know in past budget cycles, we've had to come back in April or May and say, hey, we need a little bit more for this. But I don't foresee any of that happening. If these all get covered, then I think we'll be good till June 30th.
And then my other question is projection wise, do we do any future forecasting? Are our budgets just year to year, or do we do a 2-3 year, like just thinking about, is that our practice or is it?
We do, and it's really focused on the maintenance division and primarily on, improvement plans for facilities, the ADA compliance approach we've been trying to stick to for the last several years. So that part of it. The other two divisions, we can pretty much anticipate costs going up a little bit, but we can account for those a little bit easier than we do on the maintenance side.
Thank you.
So regarding the Dudley ADA, why are we doing this from Dudley Elementary School to the fields and not our K-Park lot to the fields? I mean, it seems like, that was my question. Why are we doing it now? Well, those are my two primary questions about it.
Well, those are very good questions, and the pathway from the Dudley side to the ball field, whereas it won't involve an awful lot of our park participants and our program participants, it still makes us. We still have a risk of liability if anyone attending a baseball game or just going down to use the field for whatever practice. If there's an ADA compliance issue in our facility, irregardless of who the user is, that'll fall on us, and the lawsuit would fall on us. So Kevin has identified this as a priority project. We could wait till June, till July 1st, and we talked about that as an option as well. The feeling was we had the money in the contingency account, and if we can get it done now, we'd rather get it done now to mitigate the possibility that we could be open for a loss.
So, but are you in doing that? I mean, it's a park district, well, it's not, we rent the fields, correct? Or we do, we could, we have in the past.
Yeah.
Rented the ball
Yeah,
fields.
that's fine.
Right, so technically it's not our event, but it's on our property. And we're delegating participants with ADA issues to park in the Dudley lot, as opposed to our parking lot.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, Kevin, I think there will be some, I mean, there could be people that do park in our parking lot if the Dudley lot's full.
And are they?
Walk around the gate and walk around the fence line and then go down that pathway. So, yeah, I think there could be an overlap with folks that park in our parking lot and the Dudley.
And is that the 5% grade compliant?
It will be, yes.
No, if they park in a K Park lot.
Yeah, we're currently in compliance there.
So we're okay from the K Park lot to the ball fields. So why again did you feel it necessary to go from Dudley to the ball fields?
I wish I had a picture though,
Uh,
that would have helped, I
Ma'am?
don't know which one.
Yeah, absolutely.
So historically, access to the baseball field has always been from Dudley Elementary School. 2 years ago, in July, they put wrought iron fencing all the way around the campus to secure the campus, right? And they blocked that access point. That access point has never been compliant with any sort of, it's not even ADA accessible. You know what I'm saying? And so, and in reality, if we're running a function in the gym, our parking lot is full, and if there was a baseball game at the same time, there would be no place for those individuals to. So Dudley has always been the parking lot for the Little League. In the 20 years that I've been involved with Little League, that's always been the spot in park. Now, I've spoken with basically the superintendent for facilities and maintenance at
Dudley.
yeah, we work for Center Joint Unified, and we've identified a new location. The old location won't meet grade because there's a drain right there. So it's at an extremely steep, so we'll never make the 5% for ADA compliance. So we're gonna move that entrance further up and then rebuild basically with a paved pathway, that walkway that has historically been. So kills two birds with one stone. We are now gonna be ADA compliant with access to that field. We don't overwhelm the K Park parking lot if there's multiple functions happening.
But we're paying for it, not Center.
Access to our park. Now, there is possibility because with my discussions with Richard is that maybe we will get some compensation for that, but I would rather err on the side that they're just allowing us to go through that part.
Even if there was an agreement right now in place that said that we would get reimbursed, we'd have to front the cost of the project to get reimbursed. But yeah, we'll have that conversation with the admin over at Center Unified.
Yeah. Okay, so there's the fields. And then there's Dudley. And they close, where's the park?
Yeah,
On this one?
here, this is, this is very hard.
That's interesting.
There's
The one that's on.
No. Cause it's Dudley. Push those to Kevin. I think there's a building right by the parking lot.
Okay, so here's the baseball field, correct?
Mhm.
I'm so sorry, I just. Do I have to do yours? Apple. Here's the parking lot for Dudley Elementary School. If you can see this fence area right there, that's where our old access point used to be. So it's extend that way up to the end right here. This area is creating an access point. Yeah. Correct. So
Those are all the way over to the ball.
all the way down.
Right, I'm not this one. Anything else?
I make a motion, we approve resolution 650. The one, the budget contingency transfer of $97,669.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous, Terry. Item D, resolution 652, mid-year CFD. Budget contingency transfer. This time it's a transfer of $6,214.14 from the CFD budget. And this is in part due to the water leak
Just,
and a damaged slide.
so does the company that we're using for water, do they, take something off once they see that the problem has been fixed? I lived in a town in Georgia that did that, if you did prove that you had a problem and you got it fixed and got like a plumber certificate or whatever, they would like half your cost or something like that. Is there?
I can certainly explore that, but I highly doubt it.
Yeah.
But,
You
I'm,
usually pay for it.
that's right.
Yeah.
And
They don't care too much.
that park is serviced by California American Water Company, major conglomerate. Yeah, water
I get-
providers.
I don't know, I found them a lot better than Sac Suburban. They do a lot more.
Well, we're happy to reach out and see if there's any restitution that we can get.
I just want to clarify, we're talking about two different budgets, so
Yes.
after this approval, there'll be a fund balance of $8,148.86.
I make a motion to approve, resolution 652. Mid-year budget transfer request for community service district Cherry Blossom, Alberta Park.
A second.
Do we not budget for repairs like the broken slide?
We do, that broken slide happened in the previous fiscal year,
Oh,
and I got invoiced.
okay,
So that is.
okay, all in favor? Aye, unanimous.
That program will do, but let you know what's work order you're still up.
All right, new business item E, district audit, year ended June 30th. Board action discussion to consider approval of the draft audit.
Well, as Joanna mentioned, we had a good meeting, very on point. Nothing raised red flags. We just know that, Carrie's got to learn another process, so we wish her Godspeed with that. But besides that, I would recommend that the board accepts.
I move that we approve the district or approve the draft audit of year ending 2025 as the final audit.
Seconded by Pat. All in favor? Aye.
I thought so, or did.
He recommended.
He recommended it.
Yeah.
Chris made the motion. Patrick said, seconded. And passes unanimously.
Alright.
Chairperson's report, I have nothing. Comments from board members?
I'm at the end, I go first, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably won't be here in February's meeting. Fortunately, I gotta spend Valentine's in London, France.
Unfortunately.
Oh, you deserve it.
Very humble.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's gonna break my heart. It's
You deserve it.
sitting on that airplane ride, first class.
Is Pam
Oh,
on that?
Right.
Oh, okay.
I was nervous for you for a minute. I was like, brother, don't get in trouble. Don't
Well,
get
safe travel.
I mean, our flight's at, I think, 6:34 in the morning,
Yeah.
if we're packing ready, I'll come, if it's the night before when we leave, so
Oh.
we'll see, so. But I did get an email from Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus on their adventures down here, and they had terrific time with staff and the residents of North Highlands. It was amazing. It just seems to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So, but he also told me first come, first serve again on dates. So,
Book now.
Could you send an email?
Honestly, I had 3 days that are. People already requested, hey, Rockland loves Santa. But I'm just
I
saying.
hope Santa remembers me.
They first did.
Oh, all of a sudden you want me to remember, you remind me.
Yeah.
Parking lot.
Was that it, Val?
Yeah, that's it for me.
Bo, do you have anything?
Happy New Year, and I just, I don't know if we, recognized our two visitors on while we were.
No, how about it?
Right?
Please do.
But we have Anthony and Diana, I was about to say Denise. Anthony and Diana, who are here learning more about how local government works, how community organizations work, and I'm glad they chose us to be their learning experience. So tell your friends, tell them that we want to hear from them, feedback, ideas that they may have that, of things that they want to do. Because you guys are such a valuable part of this community. So thank you so much for coming out.
Yeah.
Please, do you have something on?
Yeah, we do have a question. It's because we were kind of talking with Crystal earlier about our club, Key Club, but we didn't end up mentioning that it's a club centered around community service. And recently we used to work a lot with Oak Hill Elementary School, except their PTA has sort of like kind of undergone new management and they just haven't been working with us like they used to. And the previous president who was supposed to move to Wilson C. Riles, she was like planning to have a new PTA there, but that doesn't really end up coming to fruition in the way that she expected. So we're kind of like lacking events for our members right now. We were wondering if there's anything
Rachel,
that could.
that's,
I'm stuck, you guys.
yeah,
I'll give you guys my business card, so don't leave yet. I'll give you the business card. The meeting ends.
Yeah, and
excellent.
the community service organization that we're a part of, it expands throughout like Center, Oakmont, Wood Creek, a bunch of schools around the area, and it's ran by one woman named Scarlett Martin. She's our lieutenant governor of the club. So you guys said that you wanted to be more involved in the things that the teams are doing, and a lot of teenagers are a part of Key Club throughout the schools. So yeah, if you wanted, I could give her your contact information and you guys could talk, and she'd be happy to speak with you guys.
Awesome.
Excellent.
But
Right.
still provide a public comment in a way. I was trying to get them to say something, but I'm glad you all came and took time out to spend with us. I visited Arcade Creek and was part of their meeting. It was really good to see them in action. They themselves had a bearded belly guy there in the midst on the board. I want to also just shout out our new hires, and I hope they're still employed here. Jordan, Anna Marie, Crystal, Deborah, and Harmony. And then those with birthdays, Anna Marie, Barry, Jada, Thomas, and Yvonne. And I don't think it's not the same Yvonne, because this one's with a Y. And yeah, I wish you all the best this year. And if you need anything, let me know. I'm here to serve and support.
All right. This meeting is adjourned. 7:53 PM. We'll see you guys in February.
Not that.